Welcome to the inspection at 32 Delta Road in Greensborough. Currently stood on the driveway, so as you can see here there is a concrete drive, so there's plenty of off-street parking here, maybe 3, 4, 5 vehicles, a bit of a decline down to the road. Now Delta Road itself is, I'll capture the road in another shoot, but there is there's a little bit of local traffic traveling up and down here. Just going to pause to, as you can hear there, it's not overly loud, but speed limit on the road there is 40 kilometers per hour with a roundabout just to our right, so the vehicles will naturally slow. Nice aspect overlooking the reserve, Delta Reserve, and orientation wise we are facing a westerly aspect here, so the sun is directly above me right now. It's going to set in front of us, so from pretty much midday onwards there's going to be no sun in the rear yard. Front lawn mainly, obviously there's quite a mature tree here, quite some distance from the property, so I don't think that's going to affect the structure at all, but mainly laid to lawn. Boundary to my right here, as you can see the front of the house, some sunshades to the windows now. Construction type is a brick veneer, age approximately 1960s. Now the masonry, the brick masonry appears in good order, and a lot of the timber, fascias and carports appears solid. There's in the far distance the roof line there, albeit the roof line looks fairly stable, so the tiles with fixed in by concrete looks okay, but the timber cladding or fascia there is quite aged, will require some upkeep in the short term, and also these fascias running along here, obviously they're going to be subject to quite a lot of summer sun, so there's going to be some upkeep there as well, probably in the short to medium term. So spanning the front side gate to, we'll look at that from the other side, but it's good to have that rear access. And as continuing up the drive, as you can see, sorry, there may be a bit of disturbance here from the wind, heaps of off-street parking, concrete drive, very good order, no cracks or any defects really to the driveway, leads up to the double garage. 4 steps lead to covered entrance porch. Now just before you go in through the front door, we have the electricity switchboard. As you can see, quite an old style here, so I would imagine yeah, this probably is original, maybe a couple of upgrades along the way, so that would be consideration buying this property. Next door is a good example. Again, we'll look at the street capture, but subdivision here, well, subdivision, they've obviously knocked down and put two townhouses in. So this is the southern boundary. This fenceway is starting to fall away from the property, so do expect perhaps medium, I think this post here, foundation wise, will need some reinforcement or replacement. Again, in fact, as you can see here, maybe not, there's already some supports around these brick pillars, so perhaps that fence will need replacement in the short term. Security fly screen and doorway into entrance hall. So stepping inside, so entrance hall here, which is more of an open plan style into the living area, double aspect, continuation of this pine flooring throughout. This is quite soft wearing, this flooring, so you know, it's in reasonable order. There's a few dents and marks on it, but that's just going to continue as time goes on. Walls are in good repair. This old style gas heater here, these are a little bit subject to some question marks for safety, so being currently rented, I'm sure that's compliant already, but that's something that perhaps just to investigate. Ducted heating vents in the floor, like I said, double aspect, and here on the wall we have an old style air conditioning unit, usually very efficient, but if they do if they do break down, it's usually replacement with a modern split system unit. Otherwise, walls and ceiling in good repair. Now, to give orientation, we have doorway through to study, wide opening through to kitchen diner, and then sliding door through to inner hallway that provides access to all bedrooms and bathroom. Stepping through to kitchen diner. Again, continuation of wood flooring. Walls and ceiling are in reasonable order. Sliding door with fly screen out to covered al fresco. Reasonable space. Now, this is a bit of a walk-through area here, a little bit personal, but it is a little bit of a walk-through through to obviously living, outside and kitchen. So a little bit restricted for any sort of real formal dining space, but it's fine. Space here for freestanding appliance. Breakfast bar, again an older style kitchen. Small range of fitted units. Just going to look at underneath there. Ooh, a little bit of water. I think that's more so just artificial. But underneath here, everything appears watertight. But there's a little bit of expansion on this shelf here, so perhaps some water has been escaping through. But oh, as you can see, taps are very loose. Reasonable water pressure, but yeah, like there's certainly going to be some attention required here. Units, a couple of drawers, like I say, older style kitchen, partially tiled walls, freestanding, again older style, probably electric fan assisted oven with gas top cooking, old style extractor and a couple of eye level units. Behind, little pantry, so it's good storage space, and again some older kind of style. I think that might be an older, some form of old style heating here, which is ducted outside. So perhaps, yeah, look, in terms of current condition, it's obviously very aged, looks like original, but it is what it is. Certainly a good space to improve over time. Now, sliding door continues through into the front aspect study, which is a generous size actually. Ducted heating vent. Again, continuation of pine flooring and walls and ceiling in good repair, and further doorway in back through into the living space. We're next going to continue through the sliding door there, up the stairs and into the bedrooms. So continuing from the inner hallway up the stairs, this space continues to this is the first room on the right is the second bedroom. To my front right is the master with ensuite and walk-in robe, and then the third bedroom is on the left. Quite a generous linen cupboard here, double linen cupboard, and then further laundry, separate toilet, and family bathroom that's been updated at some point. In order of size, starting in the master suite, this is a king size bed and there's plenty of room either side. So it's a generous sized room. Old shag pile style carpet that's just been sort of laid down. It's not really fitted. As you can see, a ducted floor, vent. Walls and ceiling are in good repair, and there is a ceiling fan. In terms of window coverings, rather aged curtains and blinds. Timber frame windows appear in good order. Fly screen to opening space. Continue rolling here into the walk-in robe. Again, actually very good storage in here. Walls and ceilings, some marks and defects to paintwork, as you can see. And further door into the ensuite. Tiled flooring. Roll edge laminate surface here. Again, plumbing perhaps is a little bit questionable, but certainly good water pressure. And beneath, yeah, it's fairly modern in there actually, so I think this has been updated at some point in the last maybe 15 years or so. Rear aspect, window with fly screen, ducted heating vent, and a shower cubicle. I can't really get inside there, but actually looks all clean and tidy. All of the cleaning products would suggest that it is functional, but perhaps this is something the building inspector will check. Now I am looking at the corner here where the floor meets the tile wall. There is the seal appears compromised to some degree, so I would certainly recommend, as part of the ongoing management of this property, that this silicone is replaced, just to ensure some longevity there perhaps. Otherwise, partially tiled walls and floor and ceiling are in reasonable order. We've got an outside vent here for the steam from the shower, and somewhat of a heat lamp above, both working fine. So moving into the second bedroom, this perhaps could be the third. Both 2 and 3 are a good double size. This looks like a queen bed here. Again, older style carpet, walls and ceiling are in good repair, and fitted double robe. So rear aspect room. Again, continuation of the older style carpet. No defects to note to walls or ceiling. Ducted heating vent, again timber frame windows, and fly screen to the window that opens, and single fitted robe. Family bathroom, this has been updated at some point. Tiled flooring, partially tiled walls. Good bonus of the separate bathtub here. A little bit of movement under feet, but obviously very indicative of probably I would imagine this is timber stumped, this property. Ducted heating vent, side aspect obscured window, inset vanity. It's all in nice and tidy order, and once again all appears watertight beneath. Decent shower cubicle, all of the silicone's watertight there, and everything looks all nice and tidy. Adjacent to the bathroom is the separate powder room. Some question marks over the cistern lid here, so there could potentially be some plumbing issues here that would need to be investigated. Bit of movement, but tiled flooring, walls and ceiling are fine. And then just continuing again adjacent, a laundry, older style basin. It's nice, it appears nice and watertight. Tiled splashback, provisions spaces for washing machine, perhaps tumble dryer. Again, fitted storage unit, which is handy. And added bonus here of door, see if this opens. Just an old door there with security fly screen outside, which provides access to al fresco and rear garden. That concludes the internal tour. I'll just finish this and we'll continue with the external shooting.